Have you ever wondered what life will feel like if you end up alone in old age? Many people don't think about it until it happens, when loved ones move away, friends pass on, and daily life becomes quieter than ever. Aging alone can indeed be one of the most challenging experiences, but it doesn't have to be miserable. With the right mindset and daily habits, you can create a fulfilling and meaningful life, even when you're on your own. The key lies in the small, intentional choices you make each day, which can help you stay mentally sharp, physically active, emotionally strong, and truly enjoy your days. The difference between loneliness and peaceful solitude often comes down to these daily decisions. If you want to avoid misery, regret, and emotional isolation, consider incorporating these 6 essential habits into your life. They might just transform the way you approach aging, helping you build a life that is rich, rewarding, and entirely your own. First, establish a daily routine. Waking up without a plan can leave you feeling lost, unmotivated, and disconnected. As you age, having a structured routine becomes one of the most powerful ways to maintain a sense of purpose and direction. A routine isn't about filling your day with meaningless tasks. It's about giving yourself a reason to get up in the morning, a sense of stability, and a rhythm that keeps life moving forward. Without work, family responsibilities, or social obligations, the days can blend together, leading to boredom and isolation. But when you create a daily structure, you take control of your time rather than letting it control you. Your routine doesn't need to be rigid or complicated, it just needs to include activities that make you feel good, keep your mind engaged, and maintain balance. A strong morning routine, for example, can set the tone for the rest of the day. Simple habits like waking up at the same time, making your bed, having a good breakfast, and spending time outside can do wonders for your mental and physical well-being. Consider Robert, a 76-year-old retired engineer. After his wife passed away, he found himself waking up at odd hours, skipping meals, and spending too much time in front of the TV. He felt like the days were slipping away, and loneliness overwhelmed him. But when he decided to create a daily schedule, waking up early, taking a short walk, cooking his meals, and scheduling phone calls with family, his days became more structured, his mind clearer, and he no longer felt like he was simply waiting for time to pass. A routine keeps you grounded, especially when life feels uncertain or lonely. It eliminates the feeling of emptiness by ensuring that every day has a flow, a purpose, and a sense of movement. Even small habits like watering plants, listening to music in the evening, or journaling before bed can bring comfort and normalcy. If you ever feel like the days are slipping away, start small. Write down a morning routine, plan your meals, or set aside time for hobbies. The key is to make conscious decisions about how you spend your time rather than letting life happen to you. A well-planned routine doesn't just fill your day, it gives your life order, meaning, and forward momentum. Second, prioritize physical movement. One of the biggest mistakes people make as they age is slowing down too much. While it's natural for the body to change over time, staying physically active is the closest thing to a fountain of youth. It's not just about looking fit. It's about keeping your body strong, your mind sharp, and your independence intact. When you stop moving, you start losing muscle, flexibility, and energy, which can lead to a decline in overall health. The good news is that you don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to stay active. Simple, consistent movement every day makes a world of difference. A short walk, gentle stretching, or even just standing up and moving around frequently can boost circulation, strengthen muscles, and keep your joints flexible. The goal is to keep your body engaged so that everyday activities like getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries remain easy and effortless. Take Elena, a 78-year-old retired librarian. After retiring, she became less active, spending more time sitting and less time on her feet. At first, she didn't notice any changes, but over time, simple tasks like bending down or walking for long periods became more difficult. She thought, "I'm just getting old." But after joining a local walking group and starting light stretching every morning, she felt a difference almost immediately. Her energy improved, her posture got better, and she even started sleeping more soundly at night. Physical movement is a daily necessity, not an occasional activity. Even if you have limited mobility, there are always ways to stay active: chair exercises, water aerobics, or even standing up and sitting down multiple times in a row can help. The key is to make movement part of your routine, just like eating or sleeping. Another benefit of staying active is that it protects your brain. Studies show that physical activity can reduce the risk of cognitive decline and dementia. When you move, you're not just strengthening your muscles, you're improving circulation to the brain, reducing stress, and keeping your mind engaged. If you've been inactive for a while, start small: a 5-minute walk, a few gentle stretches, or light housework. The more you move, the easier it becomes, and before you know it, you'll feel stronger, healthier, and more energized every day. Third, stay socially engaged. One of the hardest parts of aging alone is the gradual loss of social connections. Friends move away, family members get busy, and it becomes easier to spend more time alone. But isolation is one of the biggest threats to both mental and physical health. Studies have shown that loneliness can be just as harmful as smoking or obesity, increasing the risk of heart disease, depression, and cognitive decline. The good news is that you don't have to accept loneliness as part of aging. Staying socially engaged is a choice, and it's one of the most important daily habits you can develop. Even small interactions, a short phone call, a conversation with a neighbor, or a friendly exchange at the grocery store can make a difference in your emotional well-being. Human connection is a fundamental need, and maintaining relationships should be just as much of a priority as eating well or staying active. Take Frank, an 80-year-old widower. After his wife passed away, he found himself spending more time alone, watching TV, and waiting for the phone to ring. He told himself that his kids were busy, his friends had their own lives, and he didn't want to be a burden. But as the months passed, he started feeling more disconnected, and even small tasks felt overwhelming. That all changed when he decided to reach out. He started calling an old friend once a week, joined a local senior group, and even signed up for an online chess club. Within a few months, he felt more alive, more engaged, and more connected than he had in years. Social engagement doesn't have to mean big events or large gatherings. It's about small, meaningful connections that remind you that you're part of something bigger. Whether it's sending a text, inviting a friend for coffee, or joining a group that shares your interests, the key is to make socializing a daily habit. Even if you don't have close friends or family nearby, technology makes staying connected easier than ever. Video calls, online forums, and social media allow you to engage with others no matter where you are. Many seniors have found that joining online communities gives them a sense of belonging, even if they aren't physically surrounded by people. The world is more connected than ever. You just have to be willing to take the first step. Loneliness isn't about being alone, it's about feeling disconnected. The best way to fight that feeling is to make an effort to engage with the world every day. The more you reach out, the easier it becomes, and before you know it, you'll have a network of people who bring joy, conversation, and purpose into your life. Fourth, keep your mind stimulated. One of the biggest mistakes people make as they age is letting their mind slow down along with their body. Many assume that cognitive decline is just a natural part of getting older, but in reality, your brain thrives on stimulation. Just like your muscles weaken without movement, your brain can lose sharpness if it's not actively engaged. The good news is that you have the power to keep your mind strong, alert, and full of curiosity, no matter your age. Keeping your brain active isn't about doing complicated puzzles or learning something overwhelming. It's about engaging in activities that challenge your thinking, introduce new ideas, and keep your curiosity alive. Reading, learning a new skill, playing strategy games, writing, or even having deep conversations are all ways to keep your mind sharp and your memory strong. Take Janet, a 74-year-old former teacher. After retiring, she found herself watching TV all day, feeling like her mind wasn't as sharp as it used to be. She noticed she was forgetting small things: where she left her keys, what she planned to buy at the store. Worried about losing her mental sharpness, she made a simple change. She started reading again, doing crossword puzzles in the morning, and taking an online class in Spanish. Within weeks, she felt a difference. Her focus improved, she felt more engaged, and she even had new things to talk about when she socialized. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. One of the best ways to keep it active is to challenge yourself with something new. Learning an instrument, trying a new hobby, or even switching up your routine can force your brain to create new connections, keeping it flexible and resilient. And it's not just about mental sharpness. Engaging your brain also helps prevent feelings of boredom and depression. When you're learning, creating, or problem solving, you feel a sense of accomplishment. That sense of progress, no matter how small, gives you a reason to look forward to each day. Fifth, practice gratitude and reflection. One of the most powerful things you can do every day to maintain peace and happiness is to practice gratitude. As we age, it's easy to focus on what we've lost: people, opportunities, youth, and even health. But shifting your focus to what you still have can completely transform your mindset. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about choosing to recognize the good that still exists, even in difficult times. The simple act of reflecting on what you're grateful for every day can boost your mood, reduce stress, and even improve your physical health. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of depression and anxiety, sleep better, and feel a greater sense of purpose. And the best part, it's free, easy, and only takes a few minutes a day. Take George, a 79-year-old retired firefighter. After losing his wife, he found himself dwelling on the loneliness, replaying memories of the past, and feeling like life had lost its meaning. But everything changed when he started keeping a gratitude journal. Every morning, he wrote down 3 things he was thankful for, sometimes big things, like his grandchildren's laughter, and sometimes small things like a warm cup of coffee. Over time, his perspective shifted. He still missed his wife, but instead of focusing on what he had lost, he began cherishing what he still had. Reflection is just as important as gratitude. Taking time each day to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and process your thoughts can help you feel more centered and at peace. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply sitting outside and appreciating the world around you, daily reflection allows you to clear your mind, reduce stress, and focus on what truly matters. If you've never practiced gratitude before, start small. Each morning or evening, take a moment to think about 3 things that made you smile that day. Maybe it's a favorite song, a good meal, or a kind word from a stranger. The more you train your mind to focus on the good, the easier it becomes to find joy in everyday life. Life will always have challenges, but your happiness isn't about what happens to you. It's about how you choose to respond. Make gratitude and reflection a daily habit, and you'll find that even in solitude, you are never truly alone. Sixth, find a way to help others. One of the fastest ways to combat loneliness and bring meaning into your life is to help someone else. It might seem counterintuitive when you're feeling down or isolated. Your first instinct might be to focus on yourself. But the truth is, giving to others can be one of the most rewarding ways to find purpose and joy in your own life. Helping others doesn't have to mean big, life-changing gestures. It can be something as simple as checking in on a neighbor, volunteering in your community, mentoring a younger person, or even just offering a kind word to a stranger. The key is to make giving a daily habit, a way to connect with the world and remind yourself that you still have value, wisdom, and kindness to offer. Take Margaret, an 82-year-old former nurse. After retiring, she felt like she had lost her sense of purpose. Her children were grown, her social circle had gotten smaller, and she often spent days without much interaction. But instead of letting loneliness consume her, she decided to start volunteering at a local food bank. At first, it was just a few hours a week, but before long, she found herself looking forward to it every day. She made new friends, felt needed, and most importantly, found a new sense of fulfillment. The simple act of giving creates connection. It takes the focus off your own struggles and shifts it toward making a difference, no matter how small. Whether it's offering advice, lending a listening ear, or even just sharing a smile, helping others reminds you that you still matter. Even if you're physically limited, there are still ways to give. Writing letters to old friends, mentoring younger generations online, or simply being a source of encouragement for those around you are all ways to contribute. The act of giving fills your life with a sense of purpose, keeping your spirit alive and your heart full. As you reflect on these 6 habits, remember that aging alone doesn't have to mean living in loneliness. It's the small, intentional choices you make every day that determine whether you feel isolated or fulfilled. Whether it's establishing a routine, staying active, engaging socially, keeping your mind sharp, practicing gratitude, or giving to others, each of these habits has the power to transform your daily life into something meaningful, rich, and rewarding. The reality is, we can't always control our circumstances, but we can control how we respond to them. Life will always change and people will come and go, but your ability to create joy, purpose, and connection remains entirely in your hands. If you commit to these habits, you'll find that being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. You still have so much to offer, so much to enjoy, and so many reasons to embrace each day with hope. If this resonates with you, ask yourself, which of these 6 things can I start doing today? You don't have to change everything all at once. Even the smallest step in the right direction can create a ripple effect that changes your entire outlook on life.